I have worked in several large urban school districts, Los Angeles, Oakland, and San Francisco, and I found my sweet spot in charter schools. And I realized that I could use the individualized education plans, the IEPs, as a pathway to finding the best way to meeting the needs of the students and connecting with students, as opposed to using the IEPs, or the IEPs being paperwork that I just have to check off my checklist. So I do feel like in the charter school environment, it's easier to get excited about sort of the nerdy part of special ed, the part that looks at the brain, the part that pushes us to ask deep ethical questions, the part that's intellectually rigorous as we try to parse out a disability versus a kid being in foster care for 4 years of their life, and in that way create more opportunities for students to have access to really high quality education. So that being said, those aspects of the work in special ed, the sort of intellectual, ethical, and programmatic challenges and opportunities, we have been able to pull together a team of about 35 special ed teachers and instructional assistants and school psychologists and admin support and speech and language pathologists that are right there with me. And that is really unique. When you work in other districts, what you know is that sometimes you have special ed colleagues who never really cared about special ed, but they got their emergency credential because they needed to. And here that isn't not the case ever in any shape, in any way, that someone is a special ed teacher because they didn't get their English credential and passed the English requirement. And so I feel really happy that I have the opportunity to collaborate with people who will ask those difficult questions, that will use the IEP to look really, really closely at what a student needs. And I think that we've created a really strong collegial environment that's unique. I have never been in an environment where special ed teachers have been this intellectual and this dedicated to the work of special ed, and then pushing it forward for the rest of the professional community.